Hi, welcome to the channel. Today we are diving into the world of one of the most mysterious and terrifying creatures in ancient mythology, Medusa Gorgon. But was she really as scary as they say? What really happened to this horrifying creature? Let's find out together. A Gorgon isn't just one creature. It's a whole group of mythological beings. In Greek mythology, there were three: Medusa, Stheno, and Euryale. They were the daughters of the ancient sea god Phorcys and the sea nymph Ceto. Their appearance and abilities instilled fear in anyone who encountered them. According to the myths, Gorgons were creatures who had the power to turn living beings to stone with just one gaze. But Medusa, the most famous of them all, had a special fate. Once Medusa was the most beautiful of the three sisters, an incredibly stunning woman. Her beauty was so great that even the gods couldn't resist her. One of them, Poseidon, the god of the sea, took advantage of her beauty. And so, through Athena's harsh curse, Medusa was transformed into a monster. There are several versions of the curse. Some say Medusa was a victim, while others claim it was punishment for her arrogance. Whatever the reason, her long hair turned into snakes, and her gaze turned anyone who looked into her eyes to stone. Her face became hideous, and her curse became part of all the great myths of that time. Her appearance was truly a nightmare. Medusa had snakes for hair that moved as if they were alive. Her eyes held a power that instilled panic in people's hearts, for one glance could turn anyone to stone. Mythologists from different eras have described her appearance differently, but they all agree on one thing. She wasn't just a monster, she embodied all the horrors and anxieties of that time. Her image frightened not only mortals, but even the gods, for she was so powerful that even they couldn't defeat her without the help of heroes. Medusa lived on a remote island, far from both mortals and gods. It was a place that had become inaccessible and dark, much like her very image. The Gorgon sisters lived on one of these islands, hidden from the world. This island was dark and dangerous for anyone who dared approach. It was there that Perseus was tasked with going to kill Medusa. Anyone who ventured to these islands knew it would likely be their last journey, because escaping the Gorgons was almost impossible. One of the most famous stories involving Medusa is the myth of the hero Perseus. This was a feat that made Medusa not only a symbol of terrifying power, but also wisdom. Perseus was tasked with killing Medusa, and the gods themselves came to his aid: Athena, Hermes, and even Zeus. They gave him the tools he needed to survive: a shield that reflected her gaze and a sword capable of severing her head. Perseus used the shield to avoid looking directly at Medusa and stealthily made his way to her island. The battle wasn't just physical, it was psychological as well. How could one withstand the fear of such a powerful creature? Perseus proved himself not just a hero, but a symbol of courage, and through him, Medusa was defeated. The image of Medusa has become not only a symbol of ancient Greek mythology, but also a part of art, literature, and cinema. From Renaissance paintings to modern movies like Percy Jackson and Clash of the Titans, Medusa has become the archetype of the monster that simultaneously invokes fear and fascination. Her head is a weapon, and her ability to turn others to stone is not just part of ancient legends, but also a staple of modern culture. Medusa is not just a terrifying monster. She holds a deep psychological meaning. Her image is a metaphor for many human emotions: despair, disgust, fear, and even rage. She became a symbol of what happens when a person loses control of their emotions and allows them to turn the world around them to stone. Medusa is not just a myth. She is a symbol of many aspects of our lives: our fear of the unknown and our ability to confront what seems undefeatable. Her story is not only horrifying in its cruelty, but also profound in its depth of meaning. What do you think about Medusa? Was her punishment justified? How do we interpret myths and legends today? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more exciting stories.